Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, find a way to lose, or you find yourself a big cheeseburger and you split it between Chris Arreola and Jarrell Miller. Listen, people, this is a fight that could be coming our way. And to be honest with you, I think this is a great fight. This is a fight that we need to see. Look at Jarrell Miller. He's not going to get an opportunity at no damn AJ, Wilder, Usyk, Fury, Shane, Hrgovic, period. Any fighter, any elite, especially if they're on Matchroom. He just talks too much. He's done too much, and I think he's ruined all opportunities to get himself a big fight against probably, I don't want to call Eddie Hearn the greediest promoter in boxing, but what I will tell you is Jarrell Miller has probably burnt the bridge with the one promoter who recognizes opportunities to make money. And with Jarrell Miller right now, just got a nice win over Lucas Brown, and he's looking to drop more weight, probably get down around 320, and that's the weight he's looking to come in at his next fight. But he needs an opponent, and nobody really wants to fight him, and you can understand why, okay? But somehow, some way, Miller is getting himself closer and closer back into title contention. Now, when it comes to the WBA, for those of you who don't know, right, let me show you something. You see that name right there? Number 9 over here in the far right column? That guy there, ranked number 9, Jarrell Miller, okay? This is for the WBA, all right? So Miller is ranked in the WBA and is working his way up. The problem is he's not getting any of these bigger names like Joseph Parker, Wilder, Hrgovic, Waller, Frank Sanchez, Andy Ruiz, even the Adelaide and the Zhangs and Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin. He's not getting those opportunities. Now, what I see happening, because Chris Arreola reportedly is looking to get back in the ring. Now, Chris Arreola is not ranked at all across any sanctioning body. But Chris Arreola is a big name. And matter of fact, let me see if I have that up here so I can show you. When it comes to Chris Arreola, right? Let me show you something. People can say what they want about Chris Arreola. Chris Arreola, his name matters. And when you look at this right here, okay, 38 wins. 38 of those wins by KO. 7 losses. 3 of those 7 losses are by KO. So Chris Arreola is still a big name, right? He can still make some noise. And if you look at his last fight with Andy Ruiz, he did lose the fight. He did. But Jarrell Miller isn't Andy Ruiz. And this is a great opportunity, in my opinion. Now, there's another opponent floating around out there that could be in the mix for Arreola or for Jarrell Miller. And that's the Prince Charles Martin. Charles Martin, his opponent, some like 6'4" guy, but it was like 4-0 and 4 knockouts. But I don't know what the story is. No, the guy's like 6'7", some monster. But anyway, Charles Martin was supposed to be on the Davis Garcia undercard, but all that's got blown up out the water, right? But anyway, Charles Martin could find himself in the mix facing one of these guys. But that being said, who wants to see Jarrell Miller and Chris Arreola fight? I would watch it. I think it's a good fight. But I guess the real question is, who really wants to see Jarrell Miller finagle himself back into a position to where he's got to get an opportunity to fight for a title? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you guys don't believe in the secret society and the sanctioning bodies and their symbiotic relationship and how they can hocus pocus these boxers at times, right? You're going to see a whole lot of hocus pocus and different sorcery going on, you know what I'm saying? People doing obia when it comes to this guy Miller, because the closer he gets to being back in position to fight the elite guys, right, the more you're going to see roadblocks put in place to derail him. I'm just telling you right now. He's going to get blackballed. He's going to continue to be ostracized. And he put himself in that position. You know what I mean? It's not like Canelo having a failed test or Tyson Fury having a failed test. Shane Mosley, with his situation. You got Jarrell Miller, man. This man was no kidding taking the fruit cocktails, his own fruit cocktails. This man was taking 3-4 different drugs, man, failing test after test after test. Come on, man. Complete madness, you know what I'm saying? Things happen, but with Jarrell Miller's situation, it's hard to want to believe that this man, didn't know what he was doing, especially with, I think 2 of those PEDs he was popped for. The only way you can administer them is through injection. So, get the F out of here with that. You understand? But that being said, Chris Arreola and Jarrell Miller could be next. Charles Martin could be in the mix. But nonetheless, I think if Chris Arreola strings up a couple good wins, I hate to see him still fighting, to be honest with you, but if he strings up a couple good wins, hey, Chris Arreola, he's fan-friendly. Everybody likes him. He'll definitely get an opportunity at something big. Charles Martin, 6'5", 6'6", can crack. If he strings up a couple good wins, he's right there. Him winning that title, no matter how he won it by default, the fact that he won a title, that carries weight. Former heavyweight champion. But for a guy like Jarrell Miller, nobody really wants to see this guy. And he's just left a sour taste in the mouth. But nonetheless, we're going to see what happens. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans on 7 continents. Chris Arreola and Jarrell Miller, make that fight. I check it out. As always, I'm in the breeze.